Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Trailblazer Baseball. Rod Zundel, along with the head baseball coach for Utah Tech, Chris Phaetonhauer. Trailblazers getting ready for their final three-game series at home this weekend against UT Arlington. But, Coach, last weekend, pivotal series against Seattle. Coming into that series, you were a game behind them for that final berth in the WAC tournament, and you took 2 of 3 from the Red Hawks. Big-time play.
We did. Our guys played well. We pitched well and took care of the baseball, and it was a big win for us.
And it started on Friday. You played a noon game because you guys had to graduate ceremonies. But it started off in grand fashion. Bottom of the 10th, you're down a run. Ryan Krapel on first, Hunter Katschke at the plate, 2 down, bottom of the 10th, and this is what happened. 2 down here in the bottom of the 10th. That's it deep to left field. That ball is going back, and it is gone! A walk-off for Hunter Katschke. Trailblazers win it 10-9. A Katschke crusher. What a moment there to start off that series to get the win. And at that moment, you were tied with them, and then you held the tiebreaker for that final berth. But what a great moment.
It was big. It was big for Hunter and big for our program. I mean,
season saving, maybe.
Yeah, we were ahead in that game. We were down. It kind of went back and forth. We give up the solo home run in the top of the 10th, and obviously Krapel's at bat's huge. To get on base
with 2 out
and and extend the inning, and especially they brought in a guy that was going to start for him on Sunday, and Cat put a good swing on it and big.
And then he graduated that day.
Yeah, actually,
what a day.
Actually, he missed graduation. He missed walking to play in the game. So a lot of our guys did that, but they made a commitment to their education and our program, and we're proud of those guys that did graduate and how hard they're playing for us right now.
Saturday, you took the loss, but you came back on Sunday. Great pitching, by the way. You only used 2 pitchers, and that's rare.
Yeah. Gardner, Ethan Gardner, who came in out of the pen and got a 3-inning save. He's been a guy we've had high expectations for. Has had some command issues early in the year, but him and Coach Stang have kind of worked some things out, and he's thrown really well for us lately, and obviously Dakota did a great job to set the tone.
I think Dakota gave up 2 hits in 6 innings. One of them was a 2-run homer, and that's when he left. But then Ethan Gardner came in, and man, he struggled right at the beginning, gave up a run, but then he just dominated and got the save, his first of the year.
Yeah, and he's firm. He's very firm. He's our firmest guy on our staff right there with Montgomery. And when that's playing and the slider works, he's pretty hard to hit.
All right, so you took 2 of 3, so you're tied with Seattle, but you own the tiebreaker because you won 2 of 3. So now you come in and you host UT Arlington, seniors' final time playing at Bruce Hurst Field. Right now they're 4 games in front of you, and you have 2 weekend series left. So this is crucial because if you can win 2 or 3 or 3 of 3, then you can move up not only from the final spot, but you got a chance to move up even higher in the standings.
Yeah, they're a good club. New head coach this year, Coach Trapp, I've known for a long time. When I was at Nevada, he was at Hawaii, and he does a great job with their pitchers. They can really pitch. Us having Montgomery out and having to kind of make shift some pitching, we need a lot from a lot of guys. But great series, great to end at home, and our goal is always to win a series, and that's what we'll go in with the plan.
And it's the first time Arlington has played here in St. George. Not just conference play, but overall.
Yeah, we've been there a couple times, and so they're excited to get out here. And we're just excited to fill Hurst and send those seniors off on a good note.
Like we said last week, it's all in your hands still. You dictate if you're going to make the WAC tournament or not. So what's your message to the team going into not only the final home series this weekend, but also the final 2 weekends of the regular season?
We've tried not to make too big a deal out of that, out of the playoffs, as much as trying to stay in the inning and stay in the pitch and win this pitch. But they know it's there. It's staring us right in the face that we control it. So kind of our message the last week and leading into the rest of the way is just intent, making sure that we're doing everything with the right intent, and we have a focus on everything that we're doing, from practice, batting practice, ground ball work, bullpen stuff, just the right intent.
Yeah. So now as you finish off the last 2 weekend series of the regular season, had a lot of close games that this could have gone completely different if the ball would have just bounced the right way. But Where are you as far as being pleased with the way your team has progressed and fought through those close losses?
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough to swallow. All those one-run losses and games that we led late. When you look at the body of work in general, it's a better year than the last 2 years prior. It's closing in on being where we were, kind of our first and second year in Division I. So when you look at the entirety of it, it looks good. It's hard when you live it. When you're in the dugout and you do give away some of those games and you don't play at your best some days. So certainly our guys have grinded. Our guys have shown some resiliency, which is huge. And hopefully it pays off down the stretch.
And Coach, this is a good bunch of guys. They're really close, and this is a better team than what their record is because of the close losses and all that. So it's got to be the anticipation level. If you can get to the WAC tournament, with the talent that you have, you can make some noise.
Yeah, and we've talked about that. We talked about, I believe it was 2022, 22 or 23 when New Mexico State was in last place.
Yeah.
They only got into the tournament because us, Tarleton State, and Cal Bap were ineligible still.
Right.
And New Mexico State gets in as the last place team and goes on a run, wins it, and goes on and plays in a regional, on ESPN at Oregon State. We've talked about that with our guys. It's just about getting in at this point. Our goal starting the season was to win the WAC. And I think we had a good enough team to do that. Some things didn't go our way, some injuries. We didn't play well enough in moments. So once that was kind of out of the spectrum, we moved it into just getting into the tournament and let the chips fall where they may.
Just needed to get on another hot streak like you did midway through the season with
plan.
7 straight wins at least, right?
Yep, that's
All right,
the plan.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday begins 6:05 on Friday night. UT Arlington, pivotal weekend series, trying to move up the rankings and guarantee that playoff spot in the WAC tournament.
That's the plan.
All right, Coach, we'll see you Friday night.
Thanks, Rod.
See you next time.